Tus ganas de emancipar la independencia del Istmo estamos conmemorando. País unido celebra el bicentenario. Panamá, país unido celebrando el bicentenario. Panamá, historia y coraje de un pueblo visionario. Celebremos mi gente en hermandad. Un país unido celebrando el bicentenario. Panamá, historia y coraje de un pueblo visionario. Chotea a tu gente, abraza a tu hermano, un país unido y soberano, historia y coraje de un pueblo visionario. Celebremos juntos el bicentenario. Un país unido celebrando el bicentenario. Panamá, historia y coraje de un pueblo visionario. Celebremos mi gente en hermandad. Celebrando el bicentenario. Panamá, historia y coraje de un pueblo visionario. Celebremos mi gente en hermandad. Panamá.
Nacional FM, somos más educación. Nacional 101.7, Crisol 106.9 FM, Radio Nacional 840 AM, junto a CER TV y Meduca presentan Conéctate con la Estrella. Estamos comprometidos con la formación pedagógica de la niñez panameña.
Conéctate con la Estrella, es el proyecto de todos. Y si cantamos a coro todo el mundo, edúcate, edúcate, edúcate. Conéctate, conéctate, conéctate. Somos el futuro de la patria.
Suena el timbre de séptimo grado. Conéctate con la Estrella. Somos más educación.
Hello, hello. Welcome back one more time for your English classes today. That is Friday with Teacher Tatiana and Teacher Evelyn. Hello, hello, Teacher Tatiana.
Hello, good afternoon and welcome to another English class. How are you, my listeners?
Okay, that's right. So how are you today? Can you tell us? Are you super? Are you well or not good? Tell us guys. Okay, just remember that we are having the 7th graders, the lesson, right? We have a new topic for today. Since we're talking about healthy, right? I'm going to begin with hard idioms, okay? It's an expression. The idioms, they are expressions. And we're going to talk with the heart, okay? With the word heart, that it will be an expressions, and I'm going to give you 3 expressions using heart. The first one, say in a heartbeat. That means that it is immediately or without hesitation, okay? And a sentence, it could be, call me if you need help. I will be there in a heartbeat, okay? I'm going to be there immediately. Okay, so don't worry, I will be there. So this means that there are idioms, there are expressions that people use, right, to say it in another way. Another example we have a change of heart. This is another expression, have a change of heart, and the meaning is change your opinion. For example, I did not used to like Carl, but I have had a change of heart. So, okay, I didn't used to like Carl, but now I like Carl. Okay, in the past, not okay, it could be like more or less, right? But here in the present, I'm just stuck to him and everything. So that is the meaning of the expression have a change of heart. I change my opinion about a person. And the last one will be have a heart of gold. Okay, that is mean be very kind. And you can use it, for example, Teacher Tatiana will help anyone who asks. She has a heart of gold. So it means that she is very kind. That is why we can use expressions. Instead of using The same sentences we can change and learn idioms. In this case, we are using the word heart. Great. Now let's go back with our topic. It's a new topic and it is benefits of healthy habits. I'm going to repeat it one more time. Benefits of healthy habits. Okay? Great. And you know, every Friday I used to say a riddle, but today I'm going to say a joke.
A joke.
Okay, remember a joke is like an expression that you want to say so the other people can laugh. And I'm going to say this joke for you. Say, knock knock. Who is there? Calling. Calling who? Calling the doctor. I'm sick. Okay, sometimes teachers use jokes, use riddles and tongue twister, right, to improve the classes, to be like students be like more enthusiastic to participate for the class. So in this case, I'm using a joke for you guys.
In order to motivate.
That's right, to motivate the student. But sometimes they are like boring there in the classes. So it's the way that the students say, oh, I want to participate, I want to say something, or they just laugh in the class. So break the ice. Now, the objective that we're going to have today is that we're going to discuss the benefits of practicing healthy habits. Since we're having the COVID, right, last year and this year we have the COVID-19, there are people that think more about the health, and they are improving new habits, good habits, and this is good. And also recognize some habits to grow healthy. Okay, we need to recognize what is good and what is bad for our body and our mind as well. Now, this is our famous questions. Did you know, Teacher Tatiana, that laughing is considered one of the best medicines for the body and the soul?
Wow.
Do you know that? That is why we need to laugh. Every time that you can do it, just do it, okay? Because it's a way, and it's a medicine for you, for your body, for your mind, for everything. If you are sad, if you are having problems, try to watch, I don't know, a movie, a comedy movie, or try to go with your friends that is very hilarious, and try to laugh. It's the way that you can be better.
Yeah,
If
laughing is cheaper than a medicine, like a pill.
That's right.
It's totally
exactly.
free.
That's right. Remember, guys, if you have new habits, good habits, you can text us through Instagram or through WhatsApp, okay? The number is 60048182, and Instagram, it will be Nacional FM, Panamá.
Yeah, let me have the opportunity right now that you are talking about the social media. I wanted to say hi and welcome to Joannis 30, Vicky Falcón 18, Alvisa Aguilar, Alvisa Aguilar, Essenci.salud, Mamajet 1209. Welcome.
Welcome. Hello, hello. Great. Okay, now let's go back to our topic. Some healthy habits we can practice, okay? This is very important because you can do it at home. We have to do exercise. Teacher Tatiana, do you do exercise?
I used to.
You used to, and now not
Not
now.
much. Walk.
You walk.
Just walk.
Well, it's
a
good.
good one. It's
Yes.
one of the best, I think.
Yes, you walk. Very good. Drink water. Remember, instead of drinking juice, you can drink water. You must drink water because your body needs the water, okay? Sleep more. Sometimes young people just sleep like 4 hours, and then at the next day they are like, oh my goodness, what happened with me? That is the reason why you need to sleep at least 8 hours. Okay, every night you need to sleep 8 hours. Wash your body. This is a healthy habit. There are students, they really don't want to wash their body, but when you wash your body, you feel clean, you feel like fresh. And eat healthy food. Remember, we talk about this healthy food. Our 4 groups, right? The proteins, like milk, beans, rice, everything that is good for our body is the ones that we need to eat. The ones that have a lot of sugars, we need to avoid that, okay?
That's true.
Now, let's go with our vocabulary. Teacher Tatiana is going to pronounce the word after me, right? So at this point, you guys need to pronounce as well, okay? You need to pronounce the words in order for you to improve your English, okay? We have advise, avoid, granny, mentally, performance, together, wise. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, remember that we have to advise. The ones that we write with the letter S, that is the verb. And with the letter C is the noun. So advice in this case is a noun. Okay, for example, I follow my mom's advice. It's a noun. Avoid, when we say avoid, the word avoid is something that we just avoid that. We do not, for example, sugar and fruits. I'm going to avoid sugar. I'm going to eat fruits. Granny. Granny is like saying grandma or grandmother, okay? Granny. Mentally, it's our mind. Performance. When we say performance, is the process of carrying an action, task, or function. This is the performance. It's like if we have a goal, we need to we have process to get that goal. So this is the performance. Together, for example, when we work in group, we're working together, not individually, not like by yourself, but just together, okay? And wise, having or showing experience, knowledge, and good judgment. In this case, for example, the old people have their own wises, okay? Great. Now let's practice with this vocabulary here. We have a match. We have 4 pictures there, and we have 4 words. We have advise, together, avoid, and granny. Okay? We have the letter A, B, C, D. In the letter A, we have a person with a hand saying like, do not want something. No, and the letter B, like a grandmother. In the letter C, we have some tips, a picture, right? And the letter D, there are a lot of hands. So what do you think it will be, for example, together? Teacher Tatiana, do you want to help me here?
Yeah.
Together
for me, because there is like a lot of hands, that means that they are working in something at the same time. So it will be together, letter D.
Yes, that's right. It's letter 2, number 2, letter D. Together. Very good. I'm going to say I'm going to do number 4, granny.
Yeah.
Granny, yeah, exactly. It will be the letter B. It's like your grandma.
Yeah,
okay. Excellent. Good job, guys. Now let's continue using the structure, using grammar here, okay? We have future, be going to. Okay, the be going to is when we want to express something in the future. If we are going to do something, it will be in the future. We use be going to. We have examples. I play sports. That means that is simple present. I play sports. You play sports, I don't know, 1 in a week, right? But what happens if I say I'm going to play sports? That means that you are not doing it right now, but you are going to do it in the future. It could be next month, next week, tomorrow. So that means future. I'm going to. We have subject plus verb to be. It will be am, is, are. In this case, since we are using the subject I, will be and then going to, then the verb, and then the object. But it's very important when you talk in the future, you need to use time expressions. I'm going to give you time expressions later, so don't worry. Then we have the negative form. In the negative form will be the same, but just adding not. We have subject plus to be, that it will be the verb to be, plus going to, plus not, plus a verb, plus object. Some examples. I'm going to eat young food. I'm not going to eat Junk food. See, we have the subject, I, the verb to be, am, then the negative, not, then going to, you need to write or say going to, it's important in the future, right? Then the verb, eat, and then whatever you want to say, young food in this case, okay? Another example, we have they watch TV, it will be simple present, but if we want to transform that in the future, will be they are not going to watch TV if we are using negative form. Remember, negative form. Now, what happened with the time expressions? Remember, if you are going to talk in the future, you need to write or talk with time expressions. I'm going to give you some examples. For example, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. Okay, so in this case, the time expressions are very important in order for you to talk in the future. Since I talk a little bit of this, let's go and practice. There are examples, okay? I'm going to give you examples. They are going to play volleyball tomorrow, see? They are going to. I'm going to give you the statement and you have to transform that in the future. They are going to play volleyball tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow is the time expression, okay? Now, let's go with the practice. We have here, play tennis is the statement. So you need to transform that in the future. And we have the subject she. Remember, when we use in verb to be, it's depending the pronoun. In this case, she, so it will be is. She is going to play tennis, and then you need to add the time expression. She is going to play tennis tomorrow. Okay, she is going to play tennis tomorrow. Great. Teacher Tatiana is going to help me with the second one. The second one say in the statement, eat healthy food. This is the statement. And she's going to transform that into the future.
Okay, so it will be he is going to eat healthy food next week.
Excellent, very good. He is going to eat healthy food next week. Excellent, very good, guys. Remember, if you have any questions, this is the time. Text us or send messages through our Google Classroom, that is TO66L6D, TO66L6D. Okay, so we will see you next Friday, but don't move because we're continuing with 8th graders, okay?
Stay there.
Bienvenidos a Un Minuto para Ti. Los adolescentes son el grupo de población con riesgo de experimentar conflictos emocionales producto del confinamiento y el cambio de rutinas que nos ha impuesto la pandemia. La imposibilidad de asistir a clases de manera presencial, la nula interacción social directa con sus compañeros, la incertidumbre al retorno a clases y el nuevo sistema educativo son algunos de los factores que pueden generar signos de ansiedad y estrés. La educación emocional también es importante en este retorno a clases. Saber manejar un poco las emociones, que esto incluye poder identificarlas y a su vez canalizarlas, manejar la frustración y sus consecuencias, y para esto contamos con un equipo de profesionales idóneos que pueden servirte de guía en este proceso hacia la nueva normalidad.
Patria.
Suena el timbre de 8º grado. Conéctate con la estrella. Somos más educación.
Yes, welcome back to another English class, my 8th graders. Today we will continue talking about community and country. This is part B. This is the second week talking about this important, interesting topic. So how are you, my 8th graders? Great. Remember that you can interact with us, okay? You can right now we have Instagram, we have Facebook, we have WhatsApp, okay? Do you know the number? Let me tell you the number: 6004-8182. Okay, you can ask, you can answer, response, and we will be here in order to help you. Let's talk about the objectives, okay? Today's objective is to distinguish different places in our community and country. And also, we are going to identify when to use there is and there are. Those are our objectives today, okay? As always, here in 8th grade, I like to improve, practice our English, like activate our priority knowledge with the tongue word twister. So are you ready for the tongue word twister? Let's see. I'm going to read it. And let's see if teacher Evelyn will help me later to say it fast. Swan, swam over the sea. Swim, swan, swim. Swan, swam back again. Well, swum, swan. So here we are practicing the sound of the letter S, okay, and the sound of the letter N and M. N like nobody and M like mother, okay? So let's see, teacher Evelyn.
Okay, let's see. Don't laugh. Okay. Swan swam over the sea, swim, swan, swim, swan, swam, back again, well, swim, swan.
Yeah, and she didn't practice, you see? So how about you practice later at home at least 5 minutes, okay? You can use a timer and see the first sentence, how many seconds or minutes you say this tongue word twister, and then try again, and you will see that you will say it in less time also. Wonderful. Evelyn.
Yes, I want to say hello to greetings to los estudiantes de octavo grado de la escuela de Cerro Plata de su profesora el profesor Basilio Espinosa.
Hello. Thanks to be here listening to us. Now, let's go with our vocabulary. These are important words that we're going to use during this lesson. Teacher Evelyn will help me repeat it, and I wanted to invite you at home or in whatever place you are to repeat it too, okay? So let's start with number 1. We have resort.
Resort.
Number 2, library.
Library.
Number 3, college.
College.
Number 4, bazaar.
Bazaar.
Number 5, butcher's shop.
Butcher's shop.
Number 6, greengrocer.
Greengrocer.
Number 7, aquarium.
Aquarium.
Number 8, crosswalk.
Crosswalk.
Number 9, sidewalk.
Sidewalk.
And number 10, zoo.
Zoo.
Excellent. Amazing. Okay, so remember that also you can access to our Google Classroom. The code is TO66L60, or right now you can interact with us. How about if we practice a little bit of vocabulary? So here, the practice that you will find in the Google Classroom, and right now we're going to do is like match the picture with the words. There are 10 words that are the same 10 words that the teacher Evelyn just helped me to repeat, okay? And to one of the side, there are the word. What we have to do, you read carefully the word, and you need to write on the line the number. So right now we will do orally, okay? So for example, I'm going to do the first one, and teacher Evelyn will help me with the second one. I will start with letter A, teacher Evelyn with letter B. How about if you try letter C or D, okay? So let me start. Letter A, okay, it's sidewalk, okay? Think it's sidewalk, okay? This is not like the one that are in the street where the car pass and they have the line. No, this is a little bit more like we can walk there, okay? So that will be, okay, number 3 is between buildings, the sidewalk. Letter A is number 3. Teacher Evelyn will help us with letter B, aquarium.
Okay, aquarium, I would say, let me see, you know, the aquarium teacher, you would say it is true or not. You can see fish, sharks.
Yes.
Okay, it will be then the number 7.
Number 7, right. Okay, so now your opportunity. Try letter C. Okay, we will be waiting for your answer. Let's move on. Did you know?
Woo!
Did you know the best place in the world to see rainbows is in Hawaii? Wow, Hawaii.
Wow.
I wanted to have the opportunity to visit the place. Hawaii, amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now let's go to the business. Places in our community and country. Let's start with hotels. Are places where people pay to stay in a room. They provide lodging and usually meals and other services. Like for example, they have swimming pools, or if you need restaurant, and they help you with your clothes. Okay. Now we have models. Models are establishments which provide lodging, like the hotel, for travelers in rooms, usually having direct access to an open parking area. Okay, this is different. This is not too big like a hotel, okay, but and also it didn't have this kind of place. It doesn't have the same service. Okay, it's only like to sleep and that's it. Okay. Then we have resort. Oh, amazing resort when you wanted to take vacations. Are places where people go for vacations or recreations. Like for example, here there are many popular resorts in the countryside. And these kind of places, we get services here. Now we go with libraries. There are places where people find a collection of books to read or borrow. I mean, for example, I wanted to read Harry Potter, and then I borrow it, and then like 3 or 4 days later, I will go back to the library and I return the books. But also we have bookstore. It's different. The bookstore are places to buy books and magazines. Okay. Another place that I wanted that you know is florist shops. Are places where people buy flowers and plants. Here in Panama, we have a lot of them too. How about schools? Do you know what is a school? Yeah, of course. You know exactly what is school. But college is a little bit different. Are small institutions that offer undergraduate degree. For example, 2 years or associate degree. University are institutions that offer undergraduate and graduated degree. For example, master degree. So here, these kind of places offer service. It could be in like private or official. Now we have shopping mall. Who loves shopping malls?
I do.
Are places where people find lots of stores and different restaurants. Okay, after you shop, you like to eat.
Yeah.
And bazaars are a group of small shops and people selling things. For example, here in Panama, when you go to Casco Viejo, you find this kind of places that are like hard craft, okay, and a lot of things that show the values of our culture. We have butcher shop that are places to buy meat, greengrocers that are places to buy fruits and vegetables. Restaurants are places where meals are prepared and served to customers. But however, fast food restaurants are places where food are served very quickly. So there is a difference between restaurant you go, you sit down, they bring you the menu, and you say, oh, I wanted beef, I wanted potatoes and other stuff. However, when you go to the fast food restaurants, you need to see, okay, I wanted a combo. To see, I wanted a combo. It's something quickly. Too much fat there. And those places you can get products or services. How about related to transportations? Okay, we have bus stop and train stations. There are places where the passengers, okay, that get on or off. And also we have airports, are places where people board airplanes, easy like that. There is a lot of places, okay, that we can find in our community and country. We have city hall, factory, zoo, amazing. We have a zoo here in Panama, with gyms, aquarium, and parking area plot. Aquarium, I think like inside it's something new, and a biomuseo, okay,
yeah,
something new. And I'm pretty sure that they have two. It means in the same area they have Caribbean that represent the Caribbean Sea, and then they also in the other side have the Pacific. I didn't have the opportunity to enjoy it, but I would like to go.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so and finally we have crosswalk. There are marked parts of the road where pedestrians have the right of way to cross. We have streets or public roads in a city or towns, and we have sidewalks that are usually the paved walks for pedestrians at the side of a street. Okay, so those we will finish with those places that we can find in our community and countries. Okay, so how about if we practice? Okay, remember that practice is the key in English. You can access to our Google Classroom. Again, I will repeat the code TO66L60, and right now you can interact with us. Here in this practice, you need to choose the place that is described. So listen carefully, okay? It says, there is a place where people go for vacation or recreation. And we have two options. Letter A, street. Letter B, resort. There is a place where people go for vacation or recreation. So what do you think it is? Letter A or letter B?
Okay, vacations. I just saw the word vacation, so I would say letter B.
Letter B, correct. Okay, you see, if you read carefully and understand the statement or sentence, you will figure out the correct answer. Is there any word that you do not understand? Be free to use a dictionary. Number 2, there are places where we can buy meat. Letter C, libraries. Letter D, butcher shops. Okay, and the correct answer is letter D. Okay, so now is your opportunity to continue with 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and to finish today, we will continue talking about the structure. And I say continue because we start and last week. Okay, and there is and there are. Okay, that was the structure. Remember that. There is and there are, we will have at the beginning of a sentence, and we are going to use is if the subject is singular and are if the subject is plural. So let's practice. Let's continue with the practice, okay, to reinforce that new knowledge. Here in the practice, you need to choose, okay, in order to complete the paragraph. My name is Annie, and I live in a very big house. There, and I have the option letter A is, and letter B are, 23 rooms in my house. You see, 23 rooms is plural. So the best option is letter A or letter B. Letter A is, letter B are. Which one do you think is the correct one? Is the noun is in plural?
Okay, I was saying the letter B.
Letter
are.
B. Yeah. So let me read again the sentence. There are 23 rooms in my house. Good. Now let's continue. But there, and again we have the option A is, B are, only 12 bedrooms. It's a really big house. Okay. 23 rooms, okay, and 12 bedrooms. So again, bedrooms, plural. So is letter A is or letter B are. But there, again, letter B are. There are only 12 bedrooms. I mean, from the 23 rooms, 12 are only bedrooms, okay? And both of them are plural. So let's continue. I live in one of the rooms on the 3rd floor. In my room, there, letter A is, letter B are, a huge bed. Bed, only one bed, okay? So the correct option is A is or B are.
Okay, I would say A because we are using the article A. A huge, it means one. So I would say is.
Exactly. Okay, so in my room there is a huge bed. Only one. Very good. Let's continue. And there, blanks that we have to choose between letter A and letter B, 9 windows. Windows, plural, windows. So letter A is or letter B are?
Okay, since you are saying 9, it means not one, just 9 windows. I would say the B.
Letter B, right. Okay, so let me repeat again the sentence with the correct answer. In my room, there is a huge bed and there are 9 windows. Okay, you see, you need to read the sentence, look for the subject, identify if the subject is singular or plural in order to choose is or are. So we will finish with this, okay, Teacher Evelyn?
Yes, before finish, Teacher Tatiana, I want to say hello to Sin 22, Gis Mendieta, Turismo Nacional, and Clarita. Hello.
Hello, hello. Stay there. We will be continuing with 9th grader. Remember, choose, be safe.
Don't move.
Don't move.
Bienvenidos a Un Minuto para Ti. Un empleo, la rutina, las clases presenciales, una relación personal o hasta un ser querido. En esta pandemia todos hemos perdido algo. Comenzamos a sentir enojo, tristeza o simplemente no queremos levantarnos de la cama. Todas las pérdidas son dolorosas y es aceptable experimentar diversas emociones en el proceso emocional para afrontar las pérdidas. Los procesos de duelos son diferentes en cada uno, no son procesos generales, sino más bien íntimos y personales. No tengas miedo de pedir ayuda. El hecho de que se va a mantener la distancia física no significa que no haya nadie dispuesto a ayudarte.
Patria.
Suena el timbre de 9º grado. Conéctate con la estrella. Somos más educación.
Good afternoon. Welcome back to another English class with Conéctate con la estrella. Today, Teacher Evelyn and myself will help you with your 9th grade class. Hopefully, we will have the last part of this topic, values for students need to practice for having a good relationship. This is the last part of this topic. Values that students need to practice for having a good relationship. And it's very, very, very important that you practice values. Today's objective is to link the values students need to practice for having a good relationship at school and at home. Okay, and also we're going to analyze the structure of WH questions. Very, very, very important. Let's start with our vocabulary, and we are going to repeat, so you have to listen carefully. We're going to repeat. We're going to give you a description of the word, and also I wanted to add something new. I wanted to add a quote. Why a quote? Because this kind of topic, it's related to us. Every day we should practice values. So very important, and I think that also will motivate you if we listen to others' quote. Why not? So we will cover 6 words today in our vocabulary, and teacher Evelyn will help me to repeat. So are you ready, Evelyn?
Yes, I'm ready.
Yeah, so let's start with number 1, responsibility.
Responsibility.
Good. Number 2, tolerance.
Tolerance.
Amazing. Number 3, sincerity.
Sincerity.
Great job. Number 4, kindness.
Kindness.
Also, number 5, motivation.
Motivation.
Yes. And number 6, trust.
Trust.
You. Okay, so those are the 6 words that we will cover. Let me give you like a description and almost a definition that will help you to understand better them. Let's start with number 1, responsibility. Responsibility is like doing your job. For example, you know that you have homework for tomorrow. And what you're going to do? You will do your homework on time to deliver or turn in on time. Yeah? That means that you are responsible. Now, listen to this quote. Okay? Listen carefully to this quote. Maturity is not by age, but the acceptance of your responsibility. So it means that no matter the age that you have, okay, that doesn't mean that you are responsible. It's not related to the age, okay? It is related, okay, the way that you cover or complete your stuff. Good. Now let's go with tolerance. Tolerance is accepting difference. What I mean with difference, for example, the age, religions, the color of our skin, okay?
The gender.
Yeah, the gender, okay? And the quote that I wanted that you listen carefully is, tolerance is giving to every other human being every right that you claim for yourself. So it means that what you want that people deal or treat you, that's the same way that you have to treat others. If you don't like that someone like push you, don't push other. Easy like that. If you don't want it that people speak loud to you, don't speak loud to others. Easy like that. Let's go with number 3. Sincerity is being honest. Freedom from hypocrisy. Hypocrisy, that's a good word. The quote that I wanted to read for you is, sincerity is the face of the soul. The face of all. That means that sincerity, if you're that kind of person, okay, everybody will know that kind of person if you are. Okay, it means that that you are an honest person too. Now let's go with, okay, Evelyn.
Yes, sir, teacher Tatiana. I want to say hello to Maria Eugenia Rodriguez Espinosa. Greetings from El Valle. I follow you. Alvis Aguilar, excellent class, 100%, okay? Heidi Ruiz, hello, teacher Tatiana Lewis.
Hello, hello, hello. Kisses for all of you. Thanks for being here.
And hello to Alexander Martinez and Palenque. Hello, great.
Palenque is her last name or from Palenque?
Oh, well, I don't know. It's just say Palenque. It could be both.
Okay, let's go with number 4, kindness. Being generous, helpful, and caring about other people. I like these values. I really like. The quote that I have, kindness is a passport that opens door and fashion friend. Beautiful. Kindness is a passport that opens door.
Yeah. Passport.
Yeah.
So you need to get your passport.
Yeah. You have to be kindness.
Yes.
Now number 5, motivation. Motivation, it could be a thing, it could be a process, okay, that initiate, guide, and maintains the goal-oriented behaviors, okay. And I found different quotes, and I like 2 of them. The first one, push yourself because no one else is going to do it for you. I like that one. Push yourself because no one else is going to do it for you. And the other one is um, the best view come after the hardened climbs. Okay, good. So this is like only to reflect about that. And the structure that we will cover today, it's WH questions. Remember that it's easy. You need to follow the structure. So let's go to the practice, okay? So the practice is like you need to pay attention very carefully to the structure. We will start with what? If we're talking about WH word, WH question, we are going to start with a WH word, right? So we can use do, the auxiliary do, or we can use the verb to be. If we are going to use the auxiliary do, the structure is the following. You must start with capital letter, WH word, then the auxiliary do or does. Why do or does? Can you remember why I have those two options? Do if the subject is plural, and does if the subject is singular. Okay, that is the reason. And after I choose the auxiliary, I'm going to write my subject and then the verb. What happened with the verb? If the subject is singular, I cannot apply the rule for the simple present, like adding s or es or ies. No. You need to keep the verb in the main form. Okay, don't forget that. If you're using the auxiliary, you keep the verb in the main form. Easy like that. And because it is a question, you must end with a question mark. For example, where do you work? Where do you work? Where is the WH word? Do is the auxiliary. You is the subject. This time is a pronoun. Work is the verb. And if you can see, we must end with a question mark. Now, how about if we say the same question, but instead to use the pronoun you, let's change to with a number, with a name. Okay, with a name. So where do or does Evelyn work? Which one is the correct one? Where do Evelyn work, or where does Evelyn work?
Okay, I will say where, since you already said an example using work, right? I will say where does, because Evelyn is a woman, so it's she. Where does Evelyn work?
Exactly. Evelyn is only one person. Okay. Now, remember that at the beginning, I said that we can have WA question with the verb to be. So here, the structure, we are not going to add an auxiliary. The structure is easy. WH word plus the verb to be. Remember that the verb to be could be is, are, or am. Okay? Is, are, or am. And then the subject. Okay? Why we are not adding a verb here? Because the verb to be is the main verb. Okay, the verb to be is the main verb. That is the reason that you don't need to add another verb after the subject. You can add verb if you're using the like a gerunds, okay, or as an infinitive, but not as the main verb. Example: where are you from? Where are you from? Where, WH word, are, the verb to be, you, the subject, that is a pronoun, from is the rest of the sentence in question mark. Okay, so how about if we use the same question but we use a name? So where are Evelyn, or where is Evelyn from? Which one is the correct one?
Okay, I would say, where is Evelyn from?
Mhm.
Evelyn is like she, obviously. It's not like she and singular.
Exactly. Okay. So I think that now that I like recap, like review, you're ready for the practice. Remember that practice, practice, practice is the key in English. You can access to our Google Classroom. The code is TO66L60 in case that you wanted to redo it, the practice, or right now you can interact with us with through Instagram or the WhatsApp 600-A1-A2 A2 or A4
A4.
A4 sorry A4 600-A1
A. Let me just
okay A2
4 A1 A2.
A2 yeah I have thank you Lay. Okay, so ready for the practice? Yes. Okay, so here you need to follow the pattern. The pattern is the structure. You need to choose the correct question. Okay, number one, this is the structure. Okay, WH word plus the verb to be plus the subject plus the question mark. Okay, and we have letter A. What are values? Question mark at the end. And letter B. What values are? Question mark at the end. Okay, so pay attention carefully. Which one? Follow the structure. WH word plus the verb to be plus the subject plus the question mark. A or B?
Okay, I would say the letter A.
Letter A, exactly. Okay, the WH word is what, the verb to be is are, the subject is values in plural, okay, and with a question mark. Wonderful, amazing. Okay, do you have it?
Yes.
Yes. Go. Let's go with number two. WH word plus auxiliary plus subject plus verb plus object plus question mark. And we have two options. Letter A, when you do practice values. Letter B, when do you practice values? Okay, so think about it. If you read it, you will, it sound like one of them, it sound like strange, like okay,
Yes.
a tricky one, right? And then if you pay attention to the structure, you will compare. Okay, I have WH word. Okay, yes, both of them have WH word. Which one it is? When. Okay, auxiliary. Okay, so which one have the auxiliary? Do, exactly. Then the subject. You. Then the verb.
Practice.
Then the object.
Values.
Okay, so which one is the correct one? Letter A or letter B?
Letter B.
Letter B. You see, woo, it's easy if you follow the structure. So basically this is like math. You need to not only understand, you need to apply. And how you're going to apply? By practicing. You need to follow the formula. Okay, let's do number three. WH word plus verb to be plus subject plus the question mark, and we have two options, letter A and letter B. And I will not explain. Okay, I will let you like think about it. So pay attention to the structure and try to let us know which one is the correct one, letter A or letter B. Okay,
Okay, I'm going to say it would be the letter, let me see, WH word plus auxiliary. Where she, so it were does.
no, number three. It's
number three.
Number three.
Oh my goodness. Okay, number
You
three.
wanted to finish the whole practice. That's good. The student wanted to finish the whole practice. That's good too.
Okay, WH word plus verb to be. Okay, the verb to be, you know, is, are, or am. In this case, we have the WH what, then is. Okay, I would say the letter A. What is honesty?
Exactly. What is honesty? We have WH word, as Evelyn said, what, verb to be is the subject honesty and the question mark. You see, as well as the teacher Evelyn just said it, you can do it at home. There's no excuses, okay?
And you know, teacher, it's very important the question mark, as you say, because there are students that write questions without the question mark.
Yeah, and definitely it's incomplete, okay? That's not a question because it could be an expression.
Yes. Teacher, I want to say hello to Zuleika, Maye. I want to say hello to Yiya, Albina, to Grandison. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello to all of them that just joined us. So stay there because we're going to continue. Can we finish number 4?
Yes, let's
yeah?
do it.
Let's finish number 4. Okay, yes. Okay, so WH word plus auxiliary plus subject plus verb and plus object plus question mark. Let's think about it.
Oh, that is a little tough, right? Because both of them, no. We have where she does learn values and B, where does she learn values. It's very important to read instructions. Teacher Tatiana said WH word plus auxiliary. So automatically it will be the letter B. Where does she learn values? Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. That is the correct answer. It's the one that match with the correct structure. Okay, so you see, you just have to pay attention to the structure. Try to follow, as teacher Evelyn say, like an instruction. Okay, when you are going to write your own questions, and do not forget, each question starts with a capital letter and end with a question mark. Do not forget. As well as we say to you that each sentence starts with capital letter and end with a period, questions have their same rules, okay? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
That's right.
We finished with 9th graders, and thank you so much to be here. We really appreciate. Remember that you can stay there because we have 10, 11, and 12, and we will see you next Friday.
That's right. Take care. Bye. See you.
Bienvenidos a Un Minuto para ti. ¿Te has sentido agotado emocionalmente? ¿Estamos como más susceptibles, más negativos, desmotivados o hasta con sentimientos de fracaso? Estas son algunas alertas indicadoras de que no estamos estables emocionalmente. Y lo fundamental es reconocer qué emociones estamos sintiendo, qué nos está pasando. Además, el cuerpo responde con síntomas y el cuerpo reacciona a lo que la mente piensa cuando no somos capaces de exteriorizar las emociones y comunicar lo que nos está pasando. Si te sientes de esta forma, comunícate con tus padres o con tus profesores y solicita el apoyo del Departamento de Orientación o de los gabinetes psicopedagógicos.